Today we're unboxing a bargain I picked up on Amazon just over the last couple of days. It was a special on a staple item that I couldn't resist, so I jumped on it. So we're going to unbox it for you today and show you what's in the box. And it's the one and only Samsung T7 portable SSD. Let me hold it up here for the main camera so you can see what is going on. We've got the 500 gigabyte variant here in the grey classic color. I've got one of these in a dark blue that I got my last purchase, same size, and before that I had a T5 in 250 gigabyte size. So this is my third Samsung SSD. I use them for video editing, in particular on my Mac, MacBook Pro and Mac Mini. And this is where I keep all my work, keep all my edits while I'm working on them. And to have multiple ones is handy if travel, for travel storage in particular. The ones I use here in my studio tend to be permanently attached to my Mac Mini as permanent hard drives for the purposes of editing. But that's enough about me and my use cases. Let's crack in and see what's in the box. So I've got one seal here to break, so I'm just going to carefully get the knife in here and give it a bit of a cut and see what I can do. It's broken through, which is the most important thing. I think the last time I got one of these, I got it on Amazon and ordered it from the US, shipped here to Australia. This one I picked up directly here in Australia, and out of my order of about 4 or 5 items, this is the first thing to arrive. Alright, the main box is out. We're just going to move that over to there. Here we go, another Samsung box, and this whole thing comes out, or do I? Oh no, it pops up. Here we go. And there she is, from the top down camera. We've got the Samsung, it's nice and locked in there. Let me just pull that out there. That is the drive. Actually, it does have a little bit of weight to it. It's amazing. So let's put that to the side. Take the cover off. Everything else is underneath, so I'm just going to pop out the side here. See what we got going on. So I'm just going to put that out of the way. And what you should get in here are some peculiar things. Here we go. We've got 2 cables. We've got the manual, of course. Now the manual is nice and it's actually quite thick, but there's nothing you really need to read in here that's actual. It's just documentation. How to use the drive. If you've ever used a hard drive, you probably know how to use it. There is quite a bit of documentation, quite a few different languages. The writing is miniature, but if you want to look up all the nuts and bolts, you might as well just go online and look it up. Easier to read. Now the 2 sets of cables. Now this is interesting. I have stories about these because this is like the third Samsung. This is the second T7, the third Samsung SSD overall. They've all come with 2 sets of cables. Firstly, we've got because the drive comes with a USB-C connection. You have a USB-C to USB-A, which on my original machines, all my inputs were USB-A, so I've traditionally used this cable. And this one is your USB-C to USB-C. Now the interesting thing about this is my 2 other drives came with this cable, but can I find the original cable that came with them? No, I cannot. So guard these with your life. You might be using one to start off with, like me. I was using this, but when I changed to my Mac Mini, I had more USB-C inputs. And for the life of me, couldn't find these, bought replacement ones that didn't work reliably. So I always wanted to get back to the originals. At least I've got one now that I can check out, which is that one there. Guard it with my life. And of course, we're just going to use this one as an example. We're not going to plug it into anything at the moment, but I could. You know what? I could, but I won't. Here's the USB-C goes in and clicks in place. Other end goes to your computer and away you go. Simple as that. A 500 gigabyte external SSD. The Samsung, the T7 series are really, really good. This is, as I mentioned before, my second T7 in the 500 gig variant. This one's, I would call this a black or a very dark grey. My older one I had was blue. So yeah, that's what's in the box. The Samsung portable SSD, the T7, and in my case, the 500 gigabyte variant. Always useful piece of kit to pick up, particularly if you do a lot of video editing or production or photography, things like that, where you're storing a lot of video footage or images from your cameras. Then if you're traveling and you need some storage, awesome. If you need to edit, have an external edit drive, awesome. Make sure that if you're ever in the market for an external SSD, that you consider the Samsung T7s. Catch you later.